at all. They were dead on arrival on Anubis. So it didn't have some caffeine between maps, or if they didn't have a serious look at themselves in the mirror between maps, then this could be over in the blink of an eye. This could be the first clean sweep series we've seen in this close qualifier.
Clean sweep series we have not seen yet, but will we find it as we hop into Vertigo? Red Canids on the CT side, MIBR on the offense. The exact same sides as we had going into Ancient. And man, this is going to be a weird one. I think for a different reason than team, or rather Anubis, excuse me, where both teams had at least okay records, if not stellar. I don't think this
Not
round
live.
is live. We are definitely not live here.
Say 0 chances. Yep, I hear the chat ticking. We'll probably have a match medic here in a second. Looks like Nithon or Hard Zao probably disconnected. Players dropping off the map for Flare as well. Just talk a little bit more while these players do-si-do around in the server. Again, biggest concern, Made in Brazil not waking up, falling flat individually. Doesn't matter if they have a game plan coming into it if they just can't find the kills. Meanwhile, Red Canids, the exact opposite issue. They have the strats, or they had the strats, I should say. They had the individuals. The question is, will Made in Brazil ascend to meet them at that level, or will Red Canids take this series 2-0? Match medic is in effect. It looks like we should be starting momentarily. You can look at the investments drop. A P250 dropped to a teammate. 2 sets of utility. Smoke flash for drop. Flash for exit. Dropping a smoke to safe. The CT side is foregoing the kit once more to bring out the dualies.
I like the dualies. I also like the kit on the CT side. Double dualies, though, is a hard thing to pass up, Nate. The double dually raid bosses. And on a map like Vertigo, there's plenty of places to utilize the dual Berettas as well. One towards stairs and one towards A side as well. Over in the hands of Destiny, who was Ivy, and now moves back towards a more static standard default position. Mid and A, the pressure, though.
What is an A? Is it A or B? Safe is just going over the top, I guess. But everybody else looks to be towards A. Nithon and Bartin, though, nevertheless find the 2 openings. And I like the kind of B fake from Safe towards middle, but it finds nothing. Insani going to try to make inroads towards A. Good start with the P250 Super Soldier. He gets 1, but Cavalry's arrived. There's 2 already towards A. A 3rd close in elevator. Made in Brazil are going to be hard-pressed to find any inroads.
Oh, there's an inroad. Taps from Insani, make it 3, and maybe even a 4th as he runs out of ammunition. Exit has found the trade onto Bartin as well, leaving Hard Zao now in the 1v3. He said they needed inroads, Nate. Insani brings it to him, and Exit makes it even stronger. Hard Zao, though, dual Berettas, no kid again, so time of the essence. He knows where 2 are, but he does not expect to drop. He does not have the time either way. He would have finished off Exit, and shortly after Fallen, drop around the boxes. Damage, but not around MIBR. Their first lead of this series, and it is their map pick. It was a pretty close one, and that's going to encourage Red Canids into forcing here. I actually quite like this, given how well Red Canids performed on Anubis. Just go ahead, go for it. Might as well.
Yeah, I can respect the call, given the highs they're riding from Anubis. The Eagles could definitely go for Bartin, Destiny, venomzera as well. Those big 3, were individually stellar yesterday, and of course, no question about how they played today in that opener. Brazil, though, have rifles. Insani is off to a heater. I highlighted him as a player to watch because of the support he's given. Got 3 in the opener. That pistol round with the P250. He was... So they needed inroads. He paved the road on that one.
Yep. He became the Roman army.
Yeah. Or one crazy redneck in a backhoe.
The parallels are surprisingly accurate between those 2.
Yeah.
Fearsome fighting force and also great ingenuity for building things.
And most importantly, a can-do attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Eagle.
Can't do it without that attitude. And venomzera able to get out of there alive. That'll keep his spirits up. How much longer can he survive?
Can he find a deagle? I thought that first might have landed. Nope. You're in the opener. Ninth on the smoke. Finds on the 5-7. Destiny to the smoke as well, chiming in. A third is lit. The 5-7 jumping up. Finds another before it leaves. Before it shuffles off the mortal coil. insani scales forward. Gets the plant. Destiny and Hardzao, though, still definitely find this. Smokes. Are we going to force something? Is this going to be a boost, perhaps? No.
No. Just regular jump.
Hardzao might boost his teammate onto the back of sight.
What?
That's not the case. insani over the smoke finds Destiny, excuse me, and a second onto Hardzao just spamming the smoke. insani says, we see you finding two. I'll finish the round in return. 2-0 start. Red Canids, the 4 spot does not work out, but only just. They found 3 kills, and there is a very real possibility of finding the 4th and the 5th if they get a little bit more lucky.
Yeah, that was some crazy work there from insani again, who's popping off. And he is definitely a player you need to be performing highly for MIBR to have success. Triple stack up?
On the B stairs. I haven't seen this, and I like it. Okay.
Well, insani clearly has.
Might be our unfamiliarity with the region. We haven't seen any South American qualifiers for at least a couple months, Boggs.
And we definitely haven't seen that stack in North America at all.
No.
Haven't
All
even
the
seen that floating around Twitter.
I haven't either. Surprising. Last alive is venomzera, and while the last round was expensive, this one is anything but. Last alive is venomzera on 12 HP. At this point, he's trying to goad somebody into a favorable duel. That was the most favorable duel he would be given against a MAC 10. He still can't get it across the line. That's fine. 3-0 for Made in Brazil. They've already eclipsed their scoreline on the last map. Red Canids, though, this is where they get rifles on board. Full M4s. I like this call. Nithon, another quick start on this map, much like the last. Showing his proficiency with weapons other than the op. Love to see that from a flexible player. But it is a bonus for Made in Brazil.
Nice little nade onto Bartine. Hardzao as well. Takes some damage. Molotov. And not quite a kill onto insani. Bartine takes a lot of damage. He's going to get caught in the transition. Still wins the fight against Drop, though, charging up the half wall. Destiny hanging around, spots ahead, but insani is still alive. No AGs to be used for the CTs that could have taken out players. Ooh, Exit does get one onto Bartine.
Second.
And Destiny, no, that goes way too far. Sails over his head. And he's not playing American football, so he's not going to go try and catch that. He lets it go. Or I guess to continue with the American football reference, he lets it bounce out of the end zone for a touchback.
Now we're getting deep into the football lore. American football, excuse me.
I can go for proper football as well, but there's not really... I guess you could let the ball go out of bounds and kill time. That's kind of the best analogy I could go for that one.
There, it's an aggressive and audacious angle. He's ahead of the flash as well and finds one. Almost a second. The spray doesn't quite reset, though. His bullets go into the ether. 3 versus 3 secured. Hardzao still towards side hall, though. Smoked off, but find something. Exit. Did he spot him? Yes, he did. Big one for Exit to find. Lots of damage taken by Made in Brazil. We're still get it done. Nithon, a hero in the early rounds. Can't find anything above. Couldn't quite see over the smoke. Destiny on 24. The hazard to try, it makes sense. 1 versus 3 doesn't know how lit insani and Exit are, and so he will make his exit towards the middle. Red Canids far slower now. It's their turn to make an adjustment. It's their turn to make the read. As Made in Brazil have forced them onto the back foot.
Far from ideal the start for Red Canids here, much the same as MIBR is back on Anubis just a little bit ago. Only 2 surviving for MIBR. They still got plenty of money. It's not going to bother them too much. Half buy around the M4 from Red Canids. Full buy would be very unadvisable. I think they realize that. Pistols that can do some damage. Maybe sprint some towards mid. There's a timeout. It's not a bad call. Figure out what they want to do. If they want to go for a full investment, which they technically could, or they just want to pistol it out. Pistols seem to be the call, though. Hard Zal, Vest, Deeg. Don't try that boost again, though. It's been dismantled.
It's been called out. It's been red. They run Destiny. He has the M4. Use him to maybe drop another rifle and snowball something. You do have Kevlar. Any rifle recovered could be very deadly in the Red Canids' hands. Made in Brazil, the tried and true full AK buy. Good utility, good money in the bank. It's looking good on this second map for them. I want to pull off a similar performance to Red Canids on Anubis.
There's a nice start for Destiny. Insani gets gone. That's the hero rifle, the saved gun, doing the damage it needed to in the early going. venomzera needs to be careful not to get caught inspecting his deagle again. No distractions, buddy. Only kills. Hard Zal to escape, but it's all about timing here. He gets spotted, and venomzera mollied out of sandbags. He's stuck around the side. Hard Zal behind the flames. Falls, as does venomzera. Up on drop, or jump rather. Nithon is trying to do something, but too much utility. Nowhere to escape for the CT side. Safe dry swings onto Destiny. Leaving it all onto Bartin with a deagle and armor. Not really a chance at all to do anything here. Nothing indeed. Safe puts him down with the rifle. 5-0 start. A mirrored start, as a matter of fact, for MIBR as to what happened on Anubis.
Why didn't it be the exact same point at which a timeout was called? Right before a half buy? Eerily similar beginnings on the second map to the first. Safe has broken the uneasy op truce. There is now a big green in play. It is on the T side. Double nade towards the bottom of B stairs. But insani swinging out still finds the opening nonetheless. I was wondering if he would heat up on Anubis, and while he didn't heat up there, he is heating up now. 10 kills already. The early goings of round number 6. Spot surely for insani. Does some damage, gets the kill. The third, not meant to be. Good trade from Nithon, but he still has a lot more to do. He needs at least 2 more to give his team a real chance in this round. He hears the steps, but Burnson is more than ready. Made in Brazil have awoken. They're finally showing their true form. Unless venomzera and Hard Zal can find kills before the bomb goes down, they should be saving for round number 7.
Well, if they can even get one saved gun here, Hard Zal spotted and taken down very low. A hunt will probably be on for him. There's plenty of money for MIBR. Palm finally going down a bit late, considering all the control and all the kills that they had. Hard Zal running all the way opposite, as far away as you can get from Made in Brazil. 6-0 the start for them, and they look like they're not going to slow down at all. Whether it's insani, BRN, Exit, Safe with a couple big kills a couple of rounds ago. Drop as well has had a couple of moments, but it's mostly been insani and BRN. Exit is doing the most of the work going in first, and there's not really much left to do after that point in time. MIBR look revitalized. Red Canids now look like the team without their monitors on.
Terrorists win.
Yes, they do. It's their turn to nap. Six 0. And another half buy on the cards. Destiny hazarding an M4. 1300 is probably enough given the loss bonus, but it will hamstring his buy in the following. Bartin, a Deagle. 2 5.7s for Nithon and venomzera. Red Canids have been silent in this first half.
Silent is maybe even giving them too much credit. They've been absent. Grand total 12 kills across the board. That's 2 kills a round. Insani has almost equalized the amount of total kills on Red Canids. It's the exact opposite of the problem they had on Anubis, where they didn't have a problem at all. Everyone was fragging.
Everybody's not.
Mm-hmm.
At least they're still as a unit, okay? At least they're still as a unit. Hydroponic AK. That is an AK I've not seen in years.
Yeah, one of those operation AKs.
Breakout? It might have been Breakout.
I believe it. I want to say it was Rising Sun.
The next one. The next one. PRN opens. It's a nice collapse in, though, from the Red Canids. They have a big adjustment, and that is a play off the opening. 3 for the price of 1. As they continue to press down. Insani, only good for 1. Immediately traded by the artillery. And safe, the last alive on an op with 9 HP. Red Canids might have finally cracked the code. But a win like that is most certainly not replicable.
He'll snag the op and just retreat. Red Canids, a bit of life here as they find a flurry out towards ramp. The stack pays off, and how much more can they count on, though, moving forward? What do you say now? They need at least 4 out of this half. I would say 5, ideally, but that's going to be tough. If Red Canids can win this one clean, I think then we can give them a chance, Nate.
There's a chance for a
half score.
For an okay, a recoverable situation, but I think no matter what, it relies on the pistol at this stage. Doesn't matter when they want to start on this. That's true. I guess no matter what, the pistol round kind of is the kingmaker, but even more so than normal, I feel like it's a necessity in this one. Lots of utility exchange towards A ramp. MIBR Brazil getting a lot of control. venomzera, though, still the pressure and timings, everything on his peak. They are watching for him. Sonic throws a nade, but bottom. No is the answer. 1-2 secured for venomzera. He is the best, and they're not even looking for him. He swings for a third drop. Finally drops the adversary, but it's still a 3 for 1. Heck of a snag. Destiny finds 1 Nithon, the last. And you mentioned a clean round will be required. That's pretty much as close as could be reasonably expected. venomzera, a hero in the round. And Red Canids 2 in a row.
All right, the first, the second, sure. The third, he had no business getting. You have to watch for that.
Op could have easily turned around and gotten a 1-shot. That is an angle where you don't miss with the op regardless. There's no way someone wide swings out this far left. He walks forward. venomzera, confidence. I say he's oozing confidence. Flames do nip at him, humble him a little bit. Damage exchanges more or less. Cards out 76, saves 74, burns in 44, venomzera 40.
Another A pressure from MIBR.
They're not committing yet either. They're just clearing out the close angles, forcing Red Canids back, so there's no mid-round aggression. And they'll go for the second stage of their default.
Look how much utility they've used, though, on the Red Canids. There's 2 smokes, 2 flashes left, just under a minute to go. Make it 1 smoke. They've used almost all the utility they had to work with. And now, utility flying in towards the B side. There's no counter for Red Canids. Nithon's revealed his position now middle. Can he even escape? The bomb's been spotted. venomzera caught. And look at the sprint from Nithon to try and stall this bomb plant. Is he here in time? He is. Can he stop it? He has to do it all alone. His teammates are going to be plucked apart in mid. Drop, sees him around the angle. Oh, baby. What a response from MIBR. This is a free 7th at this point. And Red Canids 2. And then they just fall flat again. Not even a stumble. Just full on face plant.
Good news is that Red Canids will be able to buy in the following. But Made in Brazil have cemented an advantage going into the second half. And Sonic with single? No, doesn't clear it deeply enough. Bartine will escape. Maybe. Exits up above. Bartine needs to be very careful. He is stuck. He's chosen the right spot to hide. Maybe not. Who's behind him? Burnson?
Terrorists win.
Does Burnson go the right direction? Burnson does. Timing's everything. Burnson gets the kill. That will hamstring the buy a little bit, but we should see a rifle drop to Nithon, or at least like an a MP9. It's curious. We kept on saying no op, but the CT side of Vertigo is where I could see an op working for Nithon.
I would like to see the op for Nithon right now, but they're not going to go for it. This op looked so clean today on Anubis. I'd like to see what it can do on Vertigo. Kind of similar in certain regards with the op, how it plays on the CT side. He's going to stay on the rifle. No op for safe either. He's staying on the AK himself. Now the best case scenario for Rick is 5, and that's not exactly ideal. They have to win 3 out in a row to close out the half. Now it's B pressure from MIBR. The utility still being spent quite frugal, or not frugally, but the opposite of frugal, just without caution, throwing everything. Martino, try fight out towards ramp. There's 2 down. Dry aggression to get information does not usually end well.
It does not. Python. Heavy shoes to fill. Like his spot, but the Molotov forces him out. I think his barrel might have been spotted as well. venomzera offering some resistance, but a 2 versus 4 seems too far gone. Yeah, venomzera's heading for the hills. Hard out, looking towards middle for a late activating flank. 8-2 secured, and we could see a mirrored scoreline to that of the first half of Anubis Boggs.
That would be great for MIBR, not so great for Red Canids, with Mirage as the equalizer waiting as map 3. We've seen these types of games before, Nate. Oh, timing for Hard Sour against him, really. He can get cleaned out by BRN. Does the cleaning himself, actually. Vendetta, though, line up. There's 2. Damage is cool, I guess, but it doesn't really make any difference at this stage of the game. 2 more to go in the half. And Red Canids, 0 answer. MIBR, steady as she goes. Just march on. Do get the op back on safe, though. So we'll see if there's a play with that in store. Safe. Going for a ramp peek. Destiny flashed off the B stairs. venomzera in front of the molly. Exposed, dangerous position.
Good though. Burnson drops down the support. Drop was looking for that. He didn't clear it fully. venomzera only good for 1. Good spam from exit in response. Advantage remains. Still by a slimmer than usual margin. Python slinking towards sandbags. Surely he'll be expected. Surely he'll be cleared, but might be good enough to net 1. 4 players for Made in Brazil just holding. Knowing that Red Canids have to go for some sort of mid-round play, some sort of information gathering push. When do Made in Brazil finally activate? When do they finally give up on this hold?
Time's a ticking, and MIBR are just chilling. Now they finally start to make their way in. Nade onto Nithon. They are not going to let this position go unchecked. Double nade, 6 HP. Do they still clear it, though? Because now they're thinking, hey, we just tossed 2 nades and no kill. Do not clear it, but Nithon only able to get 1. Not enough there. Destiny a little bit late to the party as smokes are down. He can't really help out. They'll expect this jump. They will shut it down. Martin electing to go from the looks of it. 2 rounds left in the half. No real money left in this team. Saving the M4 is not a bad idea, but he's found 2. The Tracers give away the position of drop, and Martin has just made this winnable.
He's a kid as well. He shows it's insani. Heavy hitter. Alone in the 1v1. Martin making the right read. Martin swinging finds the kill. That is a 1v3, and that is a clutch that could reinvigorate Red Canids. They secure a 3rd, doing slightly better than Made in Brazil did in map number 1. And they could find a 4th off the back of it as well. And a 4-8 scoreline is recoverable. It's not like a 2-10 where it's near impossible. A 4-8, especially with a pistol round victory, is definitely doable.
MIBR know it. That's why they're calling a timeout here. They know it's possible. They know it's at stake. So much rests here and now on the shoulders of this round. Red Canids, their hopes and dreams of a 2-0. Essentially at play here. Destiny only on a FAMAS. There are 3 kits, that is nice. Martin, hero of the last round, AK in hand. Everybody else M4A1s. Okay amount of utility, but light on Nithon and Destiny just to smoke a piece. MIBR, full AKs. Will they get lucky with these peaks from Red Canids again? Because Red Canids, adaptation, definitely likely. Molotov down B stairs. It's a B default from MIBR with a little bit of a lean towards A with just BRN and the safe, but they're backing away. They're just kind of trying to bait in peaks.
Yes, they are.
That band does so little damage now.
And next to nothing to the middle. Drop. Finds the opening of the Martin, the hero of the round prior. And Brazil, just a quick play towards Vito. Jasons are here, but can they actually stop this take? Nithon good to find one. Ties back up. Destiny through the smoke finds 1, and Nithon yet another. A hero. Doesn't even need the op. Burns in his late flank will activate. 2 versus 4 becomes far more difficult. Safe. Buy time for this activation. Never mind, Hard Zhao blindsides him, and Red Canids might have just stemmed the bleeding with another pair of rounds. Safe the last alive. Walk forward. He has 2 behind, 2 murders. He spots the first. Doesn't get the kill. 4-8. Can Red Canids continue the comeback? We'll see after the break.
Wherever I go, it's when the morning glows. I cannot hide myself from you. It's when my feeling grows. I'm coming back to you. When I step out, when I step out, when I step out, when I step out of the light, I come into the light. side.
A bit of a late comeback here for Red Canids. They salvage 4 out of a dismal start to the first half. As MIBR now, in not quite a must-win pistol round, but one that has a lot of importance. It's Boggs and Pineapple Phillips in the commentary gantry with you all. An A-ramp rush coming in from the T side. Drop gets one, but traded out instantaneously. Out in Ivy, BRN has the dual Berettas. He does net the headshot on the Nithon. Barthin might try and take him down as rotations are coming back towards A. And BRN will not fall in Ivy. Must-win pistol for Red Canids, and it is coming up short of the mark. Third on the round, they peek him one by one. Now Destiny will die at some point. It's the dual Berettas of BRN that went up to the 4 in his name. 9 on the board for MIBR. And both pistol rounds converted, a 78% chance of victory. If they can convert this one, and they probably should, as it's going to be Glocks for Red Canids.
Yep, Red Canids a little bit of time left to work with, but they need to get the ball rolling quickly. They need to win that first rifle round. A lot of pressure on the following. We have seen them win Glock rounds before too, so don't count this one out. But Made in Brazil have been looking stalwart across the board. Defensively, I would expect nothing less on their defense. Glock's kind of just grouping up, waiting behind the smokes and back up a bit. They don't want to get spammed. They're mightily squishy with no Kevlar. Down below, he's a teammate above. It's a drop. The Red Canids just hoping to goad Made in Brazil into a overly audacious peak.
They're not going to get it, though. Red Canids now starting to storm up the ramp. Good flash ping, but BRN with 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't get the ace. Bullies are out. Drop steals the ace. I'm actually kind of mad about that. That would have been 9 kills in 2 rounds for BRN. Drop.
I just was.
I'm not even playing with you, and I'm mad.
A little bit mad about that one. I didn't realize Safe has done nothing this game. He hasn't had to do anything,
No, he hasn't.
but he's 3-7, which is a bit surprising.
Yeah, it's Opper on T side. His 3 kills did come on the rifle.
That's true.
It's not horrible. I mean, he hasn't had to do much.
No, he hasn't had to do anything. That's the point. His team's still winning 10-4. It's full AKs and spam from BRN finds one, almost a second. venomzera, the hero of this team, can only find one. The MP9 is a death by 1,000 cuts. Do not envy venomzera as he falls. And Insani has an auto shotgun at the top of B stairs. Red Canids are in for a nasty surprise if they choose the B site.
And that's a good gun in CS2. It's a very good gun in CS2, and it can do so much damage. That's a good Molotov. Destiny was thinking about throwing one of his own, but he gets mollied back. Ivy locked down and out of the round. 3 players a minute on the clock, but destination is a very hostile landing zone. Utility in, drop peeking back and forth. Barthin working up. Drop has to do a lot of damage up here, but the smoke will actually help him out. Destiny will try and get the time, but when he runs, and he swaps to utility when he gets to the open. Oh my gosh! Drop is finally dropped by Hardzal, but that's the damage done. He's the last man standing, shut down. 2 more rounds for MIBR, and we got a Mirage. Those last couple of rounds for Red Canids almost seem like delaying the inevitable.
Yes, they do. I thought it gave them some legs to stand on. But the pistol, as I mentioned, virtually a must-win. Of course, they did not win it. Half buy in order for Red Canids. 4 Tech 9s and a Deagle. I can see a fast B play on the cards. There is no auto shotgun in play any longer. They're actually actually once again going to go towards A. Do they just sit behind the smokes again? Do they just bide their time? That's a losing strategy. You need to be finding something or at least showing presence somewhere. Otherwise, Made in Brazil will just get the read and make adjustments accordingly.
Pistols up, spotted. And now the spray, BRN again holding down ramp quite admirably, but Nithon gets the entry on the drop, and BRN only able to get 2. That's a nice little trade there, and it's some space for Red Canids to operate, but Exit is already here on the site. Nades flying over his head, the mortars not doing the damage. Exit sitting back, jump, insani there, watching for a boost. Tagged down through the wall by a nice spam. As the bomb gets planted, the saved rifles may yield something here for Red Canids. Swing out wide, Bartin shut down by Exit. Safe comes up the ramp, 1 and damage onto 2. Headshot from insani. Map point for Made in Brazil.
Bomb plant will at least give them a little bit of extra cash to work with. Red Canids, but 8 rounds in a row on a map like Vertigo seems near impossible. Op is in effect for Nithon. I do appreciate seeing it come out, but I would have much preferred it on the defensive side. AK surrounding versus a mishmash of assault rifles for Made in Brazil. I'm getting the vibe that this one's probably going to be over sooner rather than later.
Sooner might even mean in the next 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but that is definitely what I'm feeling. Made in Brazil looking like the far and away better team, not only offensively, but also just reading on the defense. Red Canids have been way too scared. It looks like they have a lack of direction and overall coordination on Vertigo.
Mirage map number 3 for all of you folks just joined us. Map 1, 13-2 in favor of Red Canids on Anubis. Bartin with the opener on to Exit. And how much more will Red Canids pressure up towards B?
Oh, this is...
The bomb is stuck in elevator, I think.
Sonny didn't even need to peek.
Look at the rotations, though. How far they've been drawn, the bomb being recovered and brought towards A. Now, BRN, rather, has gotten the right idea. Drop will be reinforced by the A-ramp menace. 2 men to hold this with 0 utility at all. No retake utility either for MIBR. BRN, 2 kills on the ramp, goes for 3. Can't get it, drops, just going to hide in the smoke. Be a ninja here. And that's a good idea. He's getting all the sound cues, he's getting all the information. Safes come through to help him out. Time dwindling, drop one more. 1v3 for Destiny. Will it be his fate to clutch up and stay alive for another round? 10 seconds on the clock, time is running out. 7, 6, spotted on the cross, 5, gets the bomb down in time. Can he get up? Stabbed in the back, 13-4, an incredibly fast response from Made in Brazil, and almost as fast as Anubis was over. Vertigo goes the way of Made in Brazil, meaning we will see Mirage here in just a little bit, Nate. That is a great response from Made in Brazil, but that means we'll be breaking down Mirage when we return from the break.